How's it going, guys? Welcome to another Xbox video, news video. I'm going to be doing another video on the Activision Blizzard buyout that Microsoft's attempting to do. It's been a little while since I've done a video on this. I've been kind of keeping up with it, but I haven't really been making a bunch of videos on it. But then I saw this article from Nintendo Everything in particular, and I'm a big Nintendo fan, probably more than Xbox and PlayStation, so that's kind of what got me to say, yeah, let's make a video on it. So yes, Microsoft wants to buy Activision Blizzard. There lies complications over in the UK, however. Now, the CMA, which stands for Competition and Market Authority, is the regulatory system in the UK, and they have a say in what businesses and organizations are allowed to be bought or foreign owned, whatever. In this case, Microsoft and Activision Blizzard are both American companies, but you could argue it's like, well, then you have the British branch or European branch, whatever, and then they could maybe argue it's like, well, yeah, it's a foreign company buying the British branch or whatever, you know. Yeah, I know Canada and Japan also have regulatories. The U.S. also technically has a regulations, but it's not as I don't know, it feels less strict. A company is more likely to successfully buy, a foreign company is more likely to successfully buy an American company than a foreign company is to buy like a Japanese company, a Canadian. It seems like British might be the same way, although in this case I think it has more to do with possible monopolies. So recently the CMA has been really eyeing Microsoft's attempt to buy Activision Blizzard, even going as far to claiming that Microsoft will own a monopoly in video games, or it could lead to a monopoly. I disagree with that. This story will focus on more on what Nintendo Everything posted. Microsoft is arguing that Nintendo has more mature content than Xbox does, particularly with the Switch. There are games like The Witcher 3, the Bayonetta series, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, Vice City. Yes, I know I said those games out of order. Then you have the Assassin's Creed titles, just to name a handful. Yes, I know there's more, but you have a bunch of those games on the Switch, plus more. Those are each rated M for mature by the ESRB. Yes, I'm aware the UK uses a completely different rating system. They have PEGI. Yeah, they have PEGI. But, you know, so typically if there's a game, you know, in the Americas, but like the US, Canada, Mexico, I'm not sure what South America uses, but North America, much of North America, I'll say that, you got ESRB, so M-rated. M for mature, 17 and up. Well, in the UK or other parts of Europe, you're going to have 18. Yeah, they don't really have a 17 rating, so it would just be 18, most likely. So that's what they have. But yeah, so basically mature or adult content. Nintendo has plenty of it. They may not publish very many mature content. Yeah, there's Bayonetta, and then there's a couple other games they published. But it's not like Nintendo doesn't do that stuff at all. Like, they don't allow it. Yes, back in the day, we're not going to get into that though. So the following comes from Microsoft. The CMA has mischaracterized the Nintendo Switch as being predominantly for families. Such a characterization neglects the fact that more mature or adult games are available on the Switch and are actively marketed. They continued, The Witcher 3, Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, Cult of the Lamb, so I'm not familiar with that game, Nier Automata, The End of Yora Edition, Alan Wake Remastered, that was M? Whatever. Crysis Remastered, Outlast, Little Nightmares, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Life is Strange. Yeah, so they went more on than I did. They listed a bunch more. Microsoft really wants this deal to go through and is eagerly trying to look as competitive as possible. Sony is very concerned and is doing all it can to block the transaction, according to VGC. So, for more news on this, probably not going to make a ton more videos on this. So if you, I might make a follow-up at some point, but not gonna make like a video on every single update they make of this, just because I've been following it, but I'm more of a Nintendo fan, so, and PC fan, so I'll probably, I don't know, I can't promise I'll make another video on this for a while, but I probably will at some point though, especially when the deal goes through. It's like, hey, the deal went through, it's finalized, you know, I'll do that. So if you guys want to hear more about this, I would check out the sources down below for Activision Blizzard, the CMA, if you want more information on what that is, and then you have Nintendo Everything and VGC, which is Video Game Chronicles. So that's, yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video.